Hello folks, Aaron Keim here, and we're doing a lesson for Ukulele Magazine. We're playing our baritone ukulele. I'm going to do the piece Rock That Cradle Lucy. It's an old-time fiddle tune that I think sounds good when we pick it with our fingers. And I think I'll play it for you once right now, and then we'll give some tips and instruction, and we'll go from there. So here we go. So, yeah, that's a piece of old-time fiddle music. So the melody's pretty simple, but it's played with a really rhythmic feeling. My baritone's tuned D, G, B, E. I've got a low D on here. And basically what I'm doing is I'm playing the melody up here with my fingers, and then the thumb is playing accompaniment. So, you know, you can practice kind of bouncing your thumb between the fourth and third strings. And then you can use either two fingers up here, one for each string, or you could just use one finger going back and forth between those strings. Either whatever's comfortable for you, but it doesn't take much to do a piece like this. The other tip I would have is that most of the melody just comes out of the normal chord shape. So when we have a D chord, a lot of the melody notes and the accompanying notes are just in the chord. I don't have to move my fingers much. So it just so happens on this one that I have to pick this first string note off to play open E sometimes. So like the melody note might be F sharp, then open E. So that happens. And then when we switch to A7, you know, a lot of the melody and accompanying notes are just there in the chord, but we might add this note and take it off. Same thing with the G. When we get a G, we add this and take it off maybe. So yeah, come back to your chord shapes. The chord shapes are the foundation of this, because this music is pretty much built into the chords. So now I'm going to play it extra slow, and just watch my fingers playing the melody and my thumb playing accompaniment, and you can check out the left hand too if you like. So notice how the thumb is just bouncing between the strings while this plays the melody. So if you want, we can just play the melody. That's a great way to just get the piece in your ear before you try to pick all the stuff. All I'm playing is basically the stuff that's on the first two strings and with the staff pointing up. Then I can add my thumb underneath it if I like. So there are a few times where there's some eighth notes. Most of the song is just quarter notes. It's just pinching two strings at the same time. But you see that there's often little eighth notes filled in. Those are just kind of rhythmic fills, just to add some variety to the piece. So, you know, like in the second measure, that little fill at the end. So it's like 1, 2, 3, and 4. You got to fit those in sometimes. And now let's look at the lick that's in the second to last measure. see that H that's marked there? That's actually called a hammer-on. And the way you do that is you pluck like the second string open, and then after you pluck it, you add your finger on the second string, and you get 2 notes. So it's a way to get more notes to keep up with the fiddlers without having to pick more with the right hand. Kind of makes a nice sound, right? So yeah, let me play it through one more time so you can get this all in your ears. My tips are: break it down into just melody, then add the accompaniment. Maybe learn just the chords with just some thumb picking so that you can remember when to switch chords. And remember that the melody is either a chord note or just 1 note away from it. It's really close by. So here we go. Rock That Cradle Lucy. So I hope you have fun with this. Feel free to drop me a line if you have questions. This is just one piece from our book, 10 Old-Time Tunes for Baritone Ukulele. So go grab that if you're into this sort of thing. And thanks for having me. Cheers.